Chosen One!
Welcome to The Chosen One. I'm your host, Qui-Gon Din, and today on Unit 101, we're going to be talking about General Obi-Wan Kenobi. So, General Obi-Wan Kenobi is an 8 squad point primary for the Fall of the Jedi era. Brings us 3 Force points. He is a 212 Force user, Galactic Republic Jedi. He brings us no tactics, but he brings us an ability called Hello There. You pay a Force, one character in this unit may jump. If it does, the character adds 3 dice to the next attack roll it makes during his activation. This is very, very strong. It means he's going to hit really hard like a truck. His reactive, so uncivilized, costs a force. When a character in this unit is targeted by a ranged attack, this unit may use this ability. This unit gains a hunker after the attack is resolved. If the attack roll contained 1 or more failed results, the attacking unit takes 3 damage. This is cool. It's a way that he can gain his own hunker without having to take cover action, which is going to be very impactful with his identity. Patience. This is his innate. When you reveal this unit's order card, if you have a order card in reserve, you may put that card on top or bottom of your order deck. If you do, put this unit's card in order in the reserve. And then one character in this unit may triple heal and jump. This gets him up the board further, which is really important, especially in the early game. If you pull him first or whatnot, you put him in reserve, and he is going to do his... I'm going to get further up the board, which means in advance, then Hello There can get him pretty much anywhere he needs to be to make an attack. He is a good solo piece, but the real reason why we're ever going to play Obi-Wan Kenobi is because of his identity. Knowledge and defense. Allied units do not lose their hunkers. When they become engaged, they can gain hunkers while they're engaged. And when a Galactic Republic unit has 1 or more hunkers, it adds 1 die to its defense rolls against melee attacks. After an attack targeting a character in an Allied Galactic Republic unit is resolved, that character may remove all of its hunkers. If it does, 1 character in that unit may heal for each hunker removed. Then the character that healed may dash. This is really the bread and butter of what Obi-Wan is doing for clone lists, for Republic lists in general. He is a staple in the meta right now that clones are more survivable. And this identity is probably top 5 identities in the game at the moment. It's what makes Obi-Wan a threat on the board. We look at his attack stance. Don't even bother with Soresu. At the moment, Soresu provides no actual value. Never play it. His 1 stance is form for Ataru. Ataru, on the other hand, is the stance that you just keep him in. He's got 7 melee attack dice, 6 defense dice. His 1 to 2 clone armor is a block with a crit to a fail. 3+ is 2 blocks, crit to a fail. It's really good defensive expertise. His offensive expertise is 1 gets you a hit, 2 to 3 gets you a crit and hit, and 4+ gets you 2 crits and 2 hits. The bottom end is really bad, but he's throwing 10 attack dice with Hello There. He's gonna be hitting that 2 to 4 expertise, and that's perfectly serviceable expertise for that range. We look at his tree. You start at a damage or 2 damage and a shove. This is already a really strong starting point, and you can either go to a damage followed by a damage and a shove, which can lead to a damage and a pin, and 2 damage with another shove. So if you need to shove something off a point, you can go that top step, and it ends up at 7 damage, which is perfectly fine. But we have this interesting, we can go down. We go 2 damage and a shove, damage disarm, 2 damage and an expose. So 5 off of 3 with 2 conditions is already really good. We can go down to that 2 damage and a damage and a jump. So again, he's doing 7 on 4. That's a really good threshold. And then you got, or you can go that 5 damage, disarm, expose with the shove, and go down the other route, which is the damage shove, damage pin, 2 damage and a shove. He tops out at 9 damage, which is really strong for a character with an identity this crazy. Where would we how do we want to play Obi-Wan? It's pretty basic. You play him with as much hunger synergies as possible. And he has a lot of pairings, but we're gonna stick to pretty basic. He's really wanting to make clones sticky and whatnot, so we're gonna play Obi-Wan Kenobi. This is a pretty given at this point. The other primary we're gonna pair him with, we're gonna do the most common pairing, and that's Obi-Wan. That's gonna be Mace Windu. Mace brings protection and steadfast to characters within range 5 of them that get engaged, which is really strong. Under Obi-Wan, it is very common to go Rex and then the Republic Commandos. The clone commandos are rock stars in a Obi-Wan list because their defensive expertise, built-in protection is just really good. And they also have scale. Scale is important when they're doing Obi-Wan's identity to remove the hunkers, and then now they can climb instead of dash. Really strong. This is the classic Obi-Wan list. You'll see this Obi-Wan list pretty much played everywhere. With Windu, if you're doing the Obi-Wan strategy, you want some extra force efficiency, but you still need a tactic that can also help move Mace. When you play Mace, I generally like having at least 2 characters in your list that can move Mace around and keep him engaged. And we're just going to go classic Pawns here. Pawns is very good at force summoning. He's not a tax on your list force-wise, and the forward deployment's going to allow you to get characters set up a lot further up the board, which you need because you need to take the midline pretty quick. And in that regards, we're going to throw in the 212th. The 212th have Coordinate Fire Pin, which is going to be good at slowing things down in the game. That way you can get on points, because how Obi-Wan wants to play, you need to get on points pretty early on, hunkered up, because the name of the game of the list is to sustain with your clones, and Mace and Obi-Wan are going to be pretty much your output. The rest of your list is all about sustaining that board presence and holding points while not dying and staying topped off through hunker shenanigans. Obi-Wan is very good. He fits a very specific playstyle. You have to be comfortable with giving up attacks just to take cover actions. And then you need to know when to leverage those hunker tokens to keep points and heal up. It is not a playstyle for everyone, but if you enjoy the kind of defensive playstyle, he is your go-to. Thank you for watching this episode of The Chosen One. If you'd like to watch the next video, you can watch the one in the link above. And if you want to listen to the podcast, you can listen to the playlist below. Thank you, and have a nice day. Thank you for your support. Please like and subscribe.